Good morning. This is a video on a playlist. This is on the topography playlist. This is on desert. Desert's only in there 47 times. Desert of Sinai is in there a couple times. Desert of Zin, Z-I-N, is in there. Desert of the Sea. And then just a lot of plain deserts. Okay, so let's start with Hebrews 11:38. Of whom the world was not worthy, they wandered in deserts, and in mountains, and in dens, and in caves of the earth. That's Hebrews 11:38. How about Acts 8? The angel of the Lord spake to Philip and said, Arise and go toward the south unto the way that goeth down from Jerusalem unto Gaza, which is desert. How about John 6:31? Our fathers did eat manna in the desert. The synoptic gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, they all talk about Jesus going off to a desert place. We got Luke 9, when the day began to wear away, the 12 came and said to him, Send the multitude away, that they may go into the towns and the country and lodge and get victuals, for we are here in a desert place. Luke 9:10, the apostles, when they were returned, told him all that had been done, and he took them and went aside privately into a desert place belonging to the city called Bethsaida. Beth, B-T-H, Saida, S-A-I-D-A. Ezekiel 13:4, Israel, thy prophets are like foxes in the desert. Ezekiel 13. Now, I'm in Ezekiel right now, so we could probably read that. That was 13:4. Against false prophets. The word of the Lord was addressed to me as follows. Son of man, prophesy against the prophets of Israel. Prophesy and say to those who make up prophecies out of their own heads, hear the word of the Lord. The Lord says this, Woe to the foolish prophets who follow their own spirit without seeing anything. Like jackals in a ruin, so are your prophets, Israel. You have never ventured into the breach. You have never bothered to fortify the house of Israel, to hold fast in battle on the day of the Lord. They have empty visions and give lying prophecies and say, It's the Lord who speaks, although the Lord has not sent them. They are still waiting for their words to come true. Can you deny that you have only empty visions? That you utter only lying prophecies when you say it is the Lord who speaks, when I myself have not spoken? Very well, the Lord says this, because of your empty words and lying visions, I have now set myself against you. It is the Lord who speaks, and I am going to stretch my hand over the prophets who have empty visions and give lying predictions. They will not be admitted to the council of my people. Their names will not be entered into the book of the house of Israel. They will not set foot on the soil of Israel, and you will learn that I am the Lord. Since they have misled my people by saying peace, peace, when there is no peace, instead of my people rebuilding the wall, these men come and slap on plaster. Tell these plasterers, it will rain hard. It will hail, it will blow a gale, and down will come the wall. Will not the people ask, where is the plaster you slapped on it? Well then, the Lord says this, I'm going to unleash a stormy wind in my anger, torrential rain in my wrath, hailstones, destructive fury. I mean to shatter the wall you slapped with plaster, to throw it down and lay its foundations bare, and it will fall, and you will perish under it. And you will learn that I am the Lord, when I have exhausted my anger upon the wall and those who plastered it. and say to you, the wall is gone, and so are those who slapped it over with plaster. These prophets of Israel who prophesy about Jerusalem have visions for peace for her when there is no peace. It is the Lord who speaks. Okay, so this one called it jackals in a ruin, but KJV is using foxes in deserts. Ezekiel 27, the king shall mourn, the prince shall be clothed with desolation, and the hands of the people of the land shall be troubled, and I will do unto them after their way, and according to their deserts will I judge them. And they shall know that I am the Lord. Your mother, your mom will be sore confounded, she that bare you shall be ashamed. Behold, the hindermost of the nations shall be a wilderness, a dry land, and a desert. It's Jeremiah 50:12. Jeremiah 25 says, all the kings of Arabia and all the kings of the mingled people that dwell in the desert. That's Jeremiah 25:24. Jeremiah 17, for he shall be like the heath in the desert, and shall not see when good comes, but shall inhabit the parched places in the wilderness, in a salt land not inhabited. Isaiah 51, the Lord shall comfort Zion, he will comfort all her waste places, he will make her wilderness like Eden, and her desert like the garden of the Lord. Joy and gladness shall be found therein, thanksgiving and the voice of melody. Isaiah 43:19, behold, I will do a new thing, now it will spring forth, ye shall not know it. I will even make a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert. Isaiah 43, the beasts of the field shall honor me, the dragons and the owls, because I give water in the wilderness and rivers to the deserts. I give drink to my people, my chosen. Isaiah 40:3, the voice of him that crieth in the wilderness, prepare ye the way of the Lord, make straight in the desert a highway for our God. Isaiah 41, I will plant in the wilderness the cedar, the shittim tree, the myrtle, and the oil tree, and I will set in the desert the fir tree, the pine, and the box tree together. You have a box tree? You're in the desert. The lame shall leap as a man. Then shall the lame man leap as a hart, and the tongue of the dumb sing. For in the wilderness shall waters break out, and streams in the desert. Isaiah 35, the wilderness and the solitary place shall be glad for them, and the desert shall rejoice and blossom as the rose. Isaiah 34:14, the wild beasts of the desert shall meet with the wild beasts of the island. And the satyr shall cry to his fellow, and the screech owl shall rest there and find for herself a place of rest. Isaiah 21, the burden of the desert of the sea. Let's try to find that one. Hold on, Isaiah 21. We got, okay, or Isaiah 21 is the fall of Babylon. Oracle on the maritime plain, as the whirlwind sweeping over Negeb come from the desert, from a land of horror. That's where I came from. A harsh vision has been shown to me. The plunderer plunders, the destroyer destroys. Go up, Elam, lay siege, Media. I am putting an end to groaning. This is why my loins are racked with shuddering, and I am seized with pains, like the pains of a woman in labor. I am too distressed to hear, too afraid to see. My heart flutters, dread makes me tremble. The twilight I longed for has become my horror. They spread the table, cover it with cloths. They eat and drink up. Captains, grease the shield. For this is what the Lord has said to me. Go and post the watchman and let him report what he sees. If he sees cavalry horsemen 2 by 2, men mounted on donkeys, men mounted on camels, let him observe, closely observe. The lookout shouts on a watchtower, Lord, I stand all day at my post. I keep guard all night. Look, here comes the cavalry horsemen 2 by 2. They spoke to me and they said, Fallen, fallen is Babylon. All the images of her gods are shattered on the ground. You who are threshed, you who have winnowed, what I have learned from the Lord, from the God of Israel, I am telling you now. And then it goes on to the oracle on Edom and the oracle on the Arabs and against Kedar. It's talking about deserts. Hold on. We have Psalms. How often did they provoke him in the wilderness and grieve him in the desert? Psalms 102. I am like a pelican of the wilderness, and I am like an owl of the desert. Psalms 28, give them according to their deeds and according to the wickedness of their endeavors. Give them after the work of their hands. Render to them their desert. 2 Chronicles 26:10, he built towers in the desert, dig many wells, for he had much cattle, both in the low country and in the plains. Husbandmen also, vine dressers in the mountains, and Carmel, for he loved husbandry. Numbers 33, they left the desert of Sinai and pitched in Kilbroth Hathava. Deuteronomy 32:10. That's the Song of Moses. Listen, heavens, while I speak. Hear the words that I am saying. May my teaching fall like rain. May the words drop like the dew, like showers on fresh grass and light rain on the turf. For I proclaim the name of the Lord. Oh, tell the greatness of God. He is the rock. His work is perfect. For all his ways are equity. A God faithful, without unfairness. Upright itself in justice. They have acted perversely. Those he begot without blemish, a deceitful and underhand brood. Is this the return you make to the Lord, O foolish and unwise people? Is not this your Father who gave you being, who made you, by whom you subsist? Think back on the days of old. Think over the years, down the ages, and ask your Father. Let him teach you of your elders. Let them enlighten you. When the Most High gave the nations their inheritance, when he divided the sons of men, he fixed the bounds according to the number of the sons of God. But the Lord's portion was his people, Jacob, his share of inheritance. In the wasteland he adopts him. In the howling deserts of the wilderness he protects him, rears him, guards him as the pupil of his eye, like an eagle watching his nest, hovering over its young. He spreads out his wings to hold him. He supports him on his pinions. I'm not going to read the whole thing. Exodus 19, when they departed Rephidim, they came to the desert of Sinai and pitched in the wilderness. Israel was camping before the mount. Exodus 23, I will set the bounds from the Red Sea, even to the Sea of the Philistines, and from the desert into the river, and I will deliver the inhabitants of the land into your hand, and thou shalt drive them out. All right, have a good day.